In 1513, Machiavelli sat alone in exile, stripped of power, tortured, discarded, and wrote the most dangerous book in human history. Not dangerous because it was evil, dangerous because it was true. He wrote about rulers, about power, about why some men command unwavering loyalty and others get abandoned the moment things get difficult. He never mentioned women. He didn't need to. Because the psychology he was describing, that psychology applies to every human being on Earth, including her. What I'm about to show you are 3 secrets buried inside the prince that 99% of men will never find. Not because the book is hard to read, because they're not looking for them. You are. So pay attention. Secret 1. She doesn't judge you by what she sees. She judges you by what she feels. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few feel what you are. Machiavelli wrote that line about princes and their people, but read it again with different eyes. Every man she has ever met showed her something. A good job, a confident smile, a strong body. She saw all of it. Most of it meant nothing, because women don't evaluate men with their eyes. They evaluate men with their nervous system, with the quiet instinct that registers, is this man solid underneath, or is he performing? The man who only appears strong loses her the moment the performance slips. The man she can feel is real. That man she cannot walk away from. Not because she decided to stay, because her body won't let her leave. Stop managing your appearance. Start building something real underneath it. Secret 2. She is testing you, and Machiavelli told you exactly what she's looking for. Men are ungrateful, fickle, deceitful, cowardly, and avaricious. While you succeed, they are yours entirely. But when danger approaches, they turn against you. Machiavelli wrote this as a warning to princes. Never build your power on the loyalty of people who have never been tested, because untested loyalty is no loyalty at all. She knows this, not because she read The Prince, because she's lived it. She has watched men promise everything in the good moments and disappear when things got hard. So she tests, quietly, consistently, without ever announcing it. She pulls back to see if you chase desperately or hold steady. She pushes during conflict to see if you fold or stay grounded. She mentions another man to see if your confidence collapses or holds. She's not doing this to hurt you. She's doing this because she needs to know if you are real before she gives you everything. The man who passes these tests doesn't argue his way through them. He simply doesn't break. That stillness, that unshakable center, is the answer she has been waiting for. Secret 3. The thing she is most drawn to is the thing most men give away for free. Men love at their own pleasure, but fear at the pleasure of the prince. A wise prince builds on what is his own, not on what belongs to others. Machiavelli was talking about political power, but the principle cuts straight into the heart of every failing relationship. Most men give away the one thing that makes them worth choosing, their emotional independence. The moment she becomes his source of validation, his mood, his confidence, his sense of self, he has placed his entire kingdom in her hands, and she feels the weight of it, and it suffocates her. The man who builds his inner life on his own ground, his purpose, his discipline, his unshakable sense of who he is, that man walks into every interaction with something she almost never encounters. A man who genuinely does not need her to complete him. That is the rarest thing in the world, and it is the most attractive thing in the world. Not because she doesn't want to be needed, because she wants to be chosen by a man who doesn't need to choose anyone. Fortune is the arbiter of half our actions, but she still leaves the other half, or close to it, for us to direct. Machiavelli wrote that line in exile, with nothing. He had lost his career, his freedom, and his place in the world, and his conclusion wasn't despair. It was this: half of what happens to you is out of your hands. The other half is entirely yours. That other half, that is where you build. That is where you become the man she feels from across the room before you've said a single word. Be real, not performed. Hold steady, not desperate. Build on your own ground, not hers. These aren't tactics. They are the oldest lessons in human nature, written 5 centuries ago, by a man who had nothing left to lose and still refused to stop building. If this opened something in you, subscribe and share this with one man who is still trying to win with the wrong tools. Machiavelli figured this out in a small room with a candle and a pen. You have no excuse. Start today.